A little more of me suffering, which I'm not really. Pretty good pace. The rain isn't bothering me much. The cold has become tolerable as I warmed up. So I'm okay. Bad as the weather is. Today we're going to run outside. It's a rainy day. It's been raining all morning and it's afternoon now, and it continues to rain. So that combined with the idea that the temperature is 39 degrees makes for a fairly unpleasant run usually, so I expect that'll be the case today. I do like to go out in the unpleasantness sometimes just to prove I can do it and feel more like a hero, but you know, getting a little tired of winter weather, to tell you the truth. Still, we're going to do it, and I'm standing here getting ready to get dressed for the run and the weather. And then we'll head out the door and do the usual route and see how it goes. So off we go. Shoes are the next order of business, and my socks. Today I've got both the same color. All right, doing great so far. Socks. Got an array of shoes over here. Make sure I get the right ones. These are the Nikes. I like Nikes, and they serve me well so far. These have been going for quite a long time, and they're doing the job for me. So on they go. If it were snowy and slushy, I'd wear my waterproof ones, which I just bought for trail running, they call it. And they work pretty well in the snow. But today we got rain, so we'll just use these standard old running shoes of high quality. And so far I haven't had any injuries with them, so that's a good thing. Double knot, so I don't have to stop and retie the shoes along the way, which is always a pain when it happens. Lace up pretty good. Yeah. Remember how to tie shoes. There we go. All right, one more for the double knot, and that's that. Now, what I have to figure out next is what to wear for the rain attire that I need for protection. Yesterday it was warm enough so that I could wear my jacket when we went cycling, and that seemed good yesterday. But today I think it's a little colder, 39 degrees, so I'm going to put on, I think, a heavier outer layer and put the same under layers on that I had yesterday and try that. I think that'll work pretty well. So I'm going to get my other stuff. I have this heavy duty sweatshirt that I bought long ago, made for, I don't know, just warmth. I bought it for camping stuff, and it's got Carhartt written up and down the sleeve on that side, but it's good and heavy. It has a hood if I need it. I don't use it very often, but this does give me a lot of warmth when I got the layer, you know, with this thing, and add this, and I'm usually pretty good for most any weather we've had here, including down into the 20s. And so I'm going with that today for the rain. Take off my glasses here. I wear bifocals when I run usually. I gotta find those. I think they're downstairs. I'll put those on just so I can look at my watch and my technology as I go along and see something. It's a pain, especially when it's raining or snowing, but it's useful in terms of me being able to see something other than the long range where I can focus okay. I also use my earbuds here, and you can see those are the modern earbuds from Apple. They're the smaller ones, the Pros, iBuds Pro or whatever they call those, and attach those to the phone so I can listen to my audiobook when I go along. So drop these in my ears. Getting them in the right ears is important, otherwise they fall out. And the right one tends to be a bit of a problem usually, so it's more likely to fall out than the left one. But so far I've got them both. I lost one of my other earbuds when I was running at one point. So I need my toque here, my hat, so that I can keep the earbuds in for one thing, but I think it's going to be good for the rain today. Even if it gets a little wet, keeps my head dry, so that's okay. So I've got this, my iPhone, which records my run from my watch here. And all I have to do is get that set up on the proper setting for the fitness aspects of it. It's a good thing to have a fitness tracker. It keeps me actually moving a little faster, because when I'm out there, I'm aware that this is recording my speed. And, I don't want to look like a laggard here and imagine that I'm going faster than I am. So I keep my progress charted on my watch. At the end, I can just transfer what's on the watch to the app on the phone, and that all goes into a record of my run for the day, which goes into a record of my activity for God knows how many years. All right. The other thing I need to bring along is the house key, because if I forget my house key and nobody's home when I get back, I can't get in the house. And I actually had to break in a window one time when I was in that state, because Candy was nowhere to be found and was some outlying mission of running errands somewhere, and she wasn't heading home for any reasonable amount of time. So found a way to break in, and it wasn't easy. It was just lucky that I had that one vulnerability. Hidden extra key, lost the extra key. I think the squirrels take them. The damn squirrels are just annoying as hell, and anything that goes wrong like that, I just blame them for grabbing them. Out of spite. That's what it is. It's out of spite. But anyway, I've got the keys. I got my phone, got my watch, so the technology's good. The camera's running. I'll shut that off and head out the door here, I think, any minute now. I think I'm all ready to go for a wonderful run in the 39-degree rain. All suited up and ready to go. Out the door into the cold, rainy streetscapes of Lancaster. Look at that. Coming down without much. Oops, you know what? I'll be all right. I was going to wear gloves. I'm going to try it without it. I don't think it's that bad. But we'll find out. So, here we go. Yeah, I think the lack of gloves will be fine. Doesn't seem excessively cold. Usually my hands do warm up as I get going. And so I should be warm enough. This other gear seems to be sufficient to keep me going without getting cold. I sure will get wet. Okay, there's a car coming. If I can beat it. Usually I figure they're not in the mood for run-down runners because I didn't get across in time. But, you know, to them, people are run down all the time. Talk on the phone, what have you. So down the usual length of King Street. Looking like my classes are getting fogged up a bit. I don't know how to keep the screen illuminated. There's got to be a setting that does that, but doesn't seem to be something that persists. Every once in a while it comes back on, so there must be something I can do that makes that happen. But at the moment, I just have to trust that this is framed properly to give you some idea of what I look like when I focus on my face. Okay, first intersection. It's Sunday. Try to put this in a good spot. Oh, damn, I forgot to set my watch. Start my watch. There we go. I also forgot my audiobook. Let's see if I can get that going. Huguenot Chronicles Trilogy. There it is, in my ears. Onward. It helps to have an audiobook. And these earbuds have a setting where you can listen to the outside sound as you listen to the audio source that's coming into them. Oh, here we go. 2 seconds, 1 second. Oh my God. This is a miserable day. The worst is when there's snow and slush and rain, and you're going along, as I have in the past. Car goes by and puts a wall of slush in front of you, into which you run early in the run, so you stay wet and cold for the whole thing. Like the light might change in time for me to get across. Maybe not. Pretty close though. Oh, there's nothing coming. Good. Even though the light is just changing now. Making pretty good progress through the city without encountering red lights and traffic. Sunday's better than weekdays in that respect. So it's always good. I hate stopping. You end up waiting for 10-15 seconds and you gotta start moving again. Feels like you've lost ground. I just want to keep going till it's over. This is the day when you can get your feet wet through the porous shoes that are running shoes. And sometimes it's uncomfortable as you continue to run with ice cold water soaking through your shoes and around your toes. Still getting wet. Glasses are all spotted, but I can see through them. Camera is too. There. Give that a fresh start. Although it won't last long. There. I got my screen back on the uphill part of King Street. 5 seconds to get across here. 2, 1, 0. Made it. About a half mile in now. Still raining. Getting warmer. My hands are fine. Not too cold now that I'm moving. And sometimes the uphill is a good release from the downhill, more poundy run. You're pounding more. Still, uphill is tougher than downhill, no doubt about it. Coming up on the 1 mile marker, which is a house with a stone porch that is 1 mile from my doorstep. There it is. Figure when I get to the end of the porch, I'm 1 mile in. Mile 2. Off onto Marietta. Crossing off King and over toward Chestnut. A little more of me suffering. There we go. Coming up toward College. All right, on to College. A little more of a breeze, although it's not a breeze. It's just the direction of the weather. But I can feel a temperature difference as I run. Probably gain about a pound of water weight with this sweatshirt soaking up all the rain it's getting. Going on up here. Remote car. Very cool. Very cool. Look at that. Rainy sidewalk. Splash through. Oh no. Can't even get around that one. Whoa, there's a little more breeze coming out of the east. Yeah. That makes it less fun. Good that it comes well into the run. moment in my audiobook here, so I am listening more than talking. Reunion between two Huguenots separated during the persecution there of that group for quite a while. So they're having a reunion in England. Read the book, Huguenot Chronicles. In the book, the narrator pronounces it Huguenot, but I think Huguenot is more common among my class of speakers. I think I might be descended from Huguenots. I'll have to check that out closer. But there were Benoits who emigrated from France and later became Acadians in Canada up in the Maritimes, ended up coming back south when the British assumed control of Canada and kicked them out off their land, and many left for New Orleans, others for New England. Mine headed for Lake Ontario. Montreal, ended up over in Lake Ontario area across the lake, and my great-grandfather's family settled on an island in Lake Ontario near Henderson, New York, which isn't far from Watertown. Crossed over, went to school, ended up in Watertown. That's where my more immediate ancestors settled down and hung out for quite a while. So I don't know if there's a Huguenot connection or not. I should check that, because it's an interesting history. Nothing coming. Like this. Yeah. Now my feet are wet. Socks are wet. Feet are wet. Hopefully I'm moving enough so it won't become excessively cold in the next mile here or so before I get home. Through that, might be able to I don't know, try it down here a little better. On North Lime, running by the old cemetery. Sort of the last leg. I'll get on to North Shippen, head up the hill, and I'll be done. Still a ways, but I'll make it. Thank you for that. Physically, I'm feeling a little more energetic today. Took a day off yesterday, and on Friday, when I normally would have run, we went bicycling, so it was a little easier. It was only a 10-mile ride. It was through the streets of Marietta.
which was fairly easy. Only a few little hills here and there, leisurely pace. So I think the combination of the easy bike workout and the rest yesterday gave me a little bit of extra energy today, which is good. Now we're on North Lawn. On to North Shippen. The gentle hill that lies ahead, crossing West Walnut. Looks like somebody's cooking hamburgers. I don't know where. Maybe Molly's has got something cooking and venting. Although I don't think the wind's heading from there. There we go. 50 miles an hour down a small street in Lancaster. Jeez. Got a little close there. I could have moved, I guess. He was turning in about the only place he could. Coming up to Musser Park. Two more blocks. Oh, my book ended. I'll be damned. I thought there would be more to the story. Oh, there we go. Gotta find a new audiobook. Pushing it out. Feeling the hill a little bit. At the end of the run. End of the run will be 3.1 miles. 3.1215. It varies a little. But that's not for one more block. When I get up here to where Shippen crosses Chestnut. Crossing Chestnut. Last block. Still going up. It's about our house where the hill actually ends, such as it is. And I'll wheel down to the end of the block. Stop my watch, walk back, and head in the house. Home sweet home. Now the last 0.05 miles, and we'll stop. feeling better than I sometimes do. And we're done. Now the watch. I don't know. The watch didn't work out this time. Well, anyway, heading home on foot walking. Brought the key so I can get in the house without freezing out here in the rain. Wondering why I didn't put a key somewhere. And yet another run has been documented on the GoPro, I hope. And here I am. Let's see. There we are, back home, unlocking the door. Looking wonderful, right? A little wet and bedraggled. But the run is done, good, bad, or in different weather. I'm going to stop this now, pick it up a little bit. So I finished up in the rain as I started out. A little cold when I got back, and I probably picked up about 4 pounds of rainwater in my sweatshirt, which I was wearing the whole time. But I ended up feeling pretty good about things. My glasses are all spotted here as they were during the run. Just gonna wipe them off so I can see what at least I'm doing here. Anyway, that was it, and we've done the run. I think my watch crapped out on me. Well, maybe not. It says I did about a 48-minute, 3-mile run. So that's all right. That doesn't sound bad. It was probably a little longer than that because I think I forgot to start it right away. But at any rate, that was good. Did it in the rain, did it in the cold, and feel pretty good. So now I'm going to see what I got on the video, if anything. Fingers crossed. This camera has a way of doing what it wants to when you don't mean to adjust it, and something happens, like you're taking a series of photos instead of video, but we'll see. Keep trying. And so I guess that'll wind it up for this Sunday run.